Good Sunday evening, everybody. Hope you all had a great week, as always. We got Daryl up here with us. Daryl's out in the shop today. We got Willie's putting leaf mulch down in the garden. He'll be in a little later. We got Ben in here. How you doing, Ben? So, yeah, this past weekend was a whole lot better weather than it was last week. We just lost Daryl. He'll be back. He's out in the shop. Hey, Ken, how you doing, bud? Thank you for stopping. So yeah, as like I was saying, this weekend was a whole lot better weather-wise than it was last weekend. A lot cooler. The only thing is all day Saturday they had severe storm warnings out, tornado watches, all kinds of stuff. And yeah, we didn't make it to the tractor pulls because I wasn't going to drive an hour and a half and possibly get into a storm or something. So we stayed home. We cleaned the shop. We got a lot of stuff cleaned up. So hey, Rail, how you doing, bud? Thank you for stopping in. So yeah, it's been a good weekend, and unbeknownst to some people out there or someone out there, this is going to be the last week that they have all 10 of their phalanges. So be careful if you're celebrating the 4th of July here, and don't lose any of your fingers. Can't stay for long. Okay, Ben. I appreciate you stopping in, though. I understand you guys are like 4 hours ahead of us, so yeah, it's getting to be late anyways for you guys. So, but yeah, I got the shop cleaned up some. My plan is to get back on monkey business. So yeah, we actually did a new cook something new to me today. The video will be up Wednesday if you guys want to watch that. It's pretty tasty. I liked it. So, 5 hours. Okay. I knew it's at least 4. So, excuse me. Yeah. We got some videos planned. Like I said, it's going to be a short week for me this week. I had vacation time I had to carry over, 12 hours to be exact. So I'm taking 4.5 hours on Wednesday. We're off for the holiday on the 4th on Thursday, and then I took all day Friday off. So I'm going to have a 4.5 day weekend. I love this time of year. I get to burn all my vacation up. You know. So, but yeah, it's been going well around here. Hopefully, y'all liked the last video yesterday. It was the week prior when I was on vacation. It was literally over 100 degrees in the shop. Even at night, it was still, upper 80s, high humidity. I just couldn't get out there and do anything productive. So kind of ruined. One week I take vacation, it rains, so I can't do anything outside. The next week I take vacation, it's so hot I can't go outside and do anything. I had a bunch of shrubs and stuff around the garage and stuff that I wanted to get cut down and cut back and everything else, and I was literally out there at like 6:30 in the morning starting, and I got just a little bit done and literally was soaking wet by within like a half an hour. So I'm like, nope, we're done. I ain't doing this. I ain't getting dehydrated and stuff. Tried to work out in the shop a little bit. Same thing, just way too hot. So, but I did just talk to Sandy a little bit ago. Mark did get all the parts that he wanted for Bo's engine. Probably going to be. He's probably going to be working on it this week or maybe next week, this coming weekend. I'll probably be there to help him out. Hey, Renegade, how you doing, bud? Thank you for stopping in. So I don't know how much I'll video of it, if any. Maybe he'll video some, put up some up on his channel. He said he was going to start posting some more videos, but he was only home one night this past week. Usually he's home at least twice, but he only made it home one day, so he didn't get nothing done at home. So, but yeah, I wanna get back on monkey business, and I'll hopefully get it going and maybe make a couple pulls with it too. So how you been doing, Daryl?
I'm doing okay, I guess. Been a frustrating week, but I'm doing okay. Like you said, if it's been too hot to do anything or too much, like I said, I got the distributor in this truck, and now I got a dead miss. I guess I must have a spark plug wire or something. I must have pulled wrong or something. I'm changing that.
Hey, well, you could have a bad spark plug. That's not a port injection, so it wouldn't be an ejector.
Yeah.
So yeah, it's probably a spark plug wire or a bad spark plug, something along them lines, probably. Hey, Dave, long time no see, bud. Thank you for stopping in. So, but yeah, I was really looking forward to going to pool because it was going to be a night pool. But you know, if it would have been a half an hour away, I probably would have chanced it. But being an hour and a half away, and the way my luck goes, I probably would have got halfway down there and ran into like the worst storm of the season. And I just didn't want to deal with that. Or on my way home in the dark, you know, run into a bad storm. So yeah, we just whatever there'll be other polls.
It's always better not to be able to see the tornado coming at you, Dave.
Yeah.
I didn't ever want to see one.
What's up, Mr. Briggs?
Nothing here.
So.
Yes, I got in a fight with a razor, and the razor won.
Hey, I trimmed my sides the other day.
It got too damn hot, and I said, you know something? I'll have a 5 o'clock shadow in the morning, so it don't matter.
Yeah. But yeah, I realized it was getting long on the sides whenever I was driving down the road, and it was blowing in behind my glasses. So yeah, we.
That's the exact reason why I did it. You just took the word right out of my mouth.
Yeah.
Looks like Daryl got in a fight with a razor too a little bit.
No, I ain't fought him lately. I need to bad, but I ain't fought it lately.
So.
Better watch it. Jalise will wait till you're asleep and do it while you're sleeping.
Nah, she don't mess with it too much. She don't worry too much about it.
But yeah, yesterday was kind of high humidity here, but today, I mean, we had a really, really nice breeze today, and so it wasn't bad out at all. Like I said, I grilled out this afternoon. It was nice. Yeah, I actually got out and went to the grocery store first thing this morning. Had to run back uptown for a couple things. Worked out in the shop for a few hours. Grilled. Shot a video. Edited a video. Be uploading it after this for Wednesday. So yeah, we're on a roll. You know, subscriber count's still going up. That's awesome. Like we're at, like we got 20 more since last week, something like that. So yeah, that's awesome. Thank you, everybody. Appreciate it. So, been checking prices on parts for my new engine. Hopefully start ordering some of that stuff in so we can build that over the winter, build the new tractor. Yeah. we're rolling right along. So, but
There you go.
and I don't know how many of you guys are inside track club members on the uh, Harbor Freight. I got an email, a notification email that they're running that the Hercules bundle deal again. You can buy a 5 amp hour battery and charger for $100 and get a free tool. I think I'm going to do that. I'm going to get the grease gun. I was looking at the tools they were offering, and I think a battery operated grease gun would be pretty aight in the garage.
I got one of those. I use it on my fifth wheel. I only got the fifth wheel grease in it. That's it. Tell you what, that's nice. I'll pop out of the truck, go on the catwalk, and give it a squirt of nice fresh grease. Oh yeah.
Well, I've got a Milwaukee one at work, and I love it. It's awesome. It's got like a 4 foot long lead on it. Well, not 4 foot, like 3 foot, but yeah, sure does beat the old pump style. And for $100 to get a 5 amp hour battery, I think the battery alone's like 120 or something like that. Plus you throw a charger in there. Yeah, you buy that combo for 100, and then you get a free. The grease gun's over $100. So
what? How I forget how these batteries work. How was it? The higher the number, the longer it is.
yeah, the higher the number, the longer it runs. Which I've got 3 2 amp hour batteries that I run my Impact on. Yeah, they last a long time. Hey,
Now
second chance.
they make the battery adapters that go from the 20 volt like this, 20 volt to like my old 18 volt hammer drill that I got.
Mm-hmm.
But my question is, do they make an adapter to go from Black & Decker 20 volt to DeWalt 20 volt?
I don't know. They say they do, but I'm not sure. But
because I bought that because DeWalt's got a special going on at Value Home Center. They sold the 1/4 inch impact driver, which is great for working on a lawnmower or even a car, for $100. Came with 2 batteries. But my hedge clipper for my Black & Decker, I got one left. The rest are all dead and buried. I thought, damn, if I could just buy an adapter so I could use my hedge clipper and not have to buy a new hedge clipper, that'd be awesome.
Yeah, you'd have to look around to see if they have ones that go between the styles. But I was looking at. I bought an adapter. It was like $10 to put the 20 volt DeWalt battery onto the 18 volt drills. It works great. I brought one of my batteries home from work. It works awesome. Well, then I started checking. I can buy the 18 volt lithium batteries cheaper than I can buy the 20 volt batteries. So I'm not going to buy 20 volt batteries because I don't have any 20 volt tools. They're all 18s, so I'm just going to buy because there for a while they weren't offering. There are still the nickel cadmium batteries, but now they are offering. I found them in an aftermarket lithium batteries in the 18 volt. So I think that's the way I'm going to go.
It'll charge with the same charger?
No, I have a lithium 18 volt lithium battery charger. Because the newer 18 volts were a lithium battery, but they weren't. I couldn't find any cheap. But now they've come way down in price. So I do have a one lithium battery that's junk. It's old, and I have the charger to go with it. So that's what I was running my 18 volt tools on. So, and Second Chance says Milwaukee is the only way to go. The warranty is awesome. Yes. In a professional setting, like at my daily job and stuff, Milwaukee, yes. I agree 100%. But I can't justify the price of Milwaukee for my home shop because I don't use them nowhere near as much as I do at work. Hey, Mater. So that's why I've been buying the Hercules stuff. I got the Hercules 1/4-inch impact, which is awesome. I've loved that thing. So it is. That's why I decided to go. Well, I got the Hercules impact. I got the Hercules cordless or battery operated fan, which I love that thing. I take that to the tractor pulls with me. I drag it around the shop. Okay, Ben. Thank you, buddy. You have a great evening, and we'll talk to you later on. So,
I can go for a ride.
Yeah, that little fan they have, it's awesome. Like I said, I take it to the tractor pulls with me, and if it gets too warm, just pop a battery in it. That's another reason why I want to buy the 5 amp hour battery. Two 2 amp hour batteries lasted the whole tractor pull the last time I used it. But if I can get a 5 amp hour, it'd be really nice. So, yeah, I'm loving that, and I just wish they would come out with a Hercules chainsaw. I want a battery operated chainsaw, but I don't want to buy another battery. I don't want to buy another battery platform.
Trying to get the old ape hanger out and go to fireworks. Let's get this old beast rolling.
Yeah, Mater. I looked at the Bowers, but again, I already had the Hercules 20 volt impact. So I went with the Hercules one, just because that's to stay with the battery platform. I've looked at a lot of different chainsaws, a lot of really nice ones, but again, I don't want a battery. I mean, I'll only use it a few times a year. I don't want extra batteries laying around, doing nothing. So,
yep. So now, when you put that 20 volt on the DeWalt charger, does it last longer on that drill than the 18 volt?
Yes.
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 Because I really hate to get rid of that drill. That was my dad's drill, for one, and for two, when the battery's fully charged, that half-inch hammer drill's got a lot of torque.
Yeah, they do. Yeah, Wayne, the DeWalt was one of the ones I was looking at. And the Stihl. I was looking at the Stihl one too, the 14-inch Stihl. I know it's a lot more money, but both of them have really good reviews. People are really happy with them. Close third was the Ryobi. I actually know somebody that has one of the Ryobi ones, and they use it all the time. They have campfires and stuff all the time at their house, like almost every weekend, and that's what they use to cut their wood up. They'll go out to the woods and find some downed trees, and they cut and cut and cut with it, and they love it. So,
believe it or not, Ed, Black & Decker. Black & Decker is another one. I got a Black & Decker battery powered chainsaw I use for just what you said.
I've got I think it's a Black & Decker. It's an old corded electric chainsaw. It works great, but you're limited to how long a cord you got.
Yep, that Black & Decker one I got that takes the 20 volt. It works good. That's why it was another reason why I was sick to see if they had an adapter go from Black & Decker to DeWalt.
Yeah, I just want one that when I get, because I've got some cedar trees. They're actually the neighbor's cedar trees, right on the property line. I just had a top blowout a couple weeks ago, and I wasn't gonna go borrow a chainsaw off my brother or whatever just to make 2 or 3 cuts, and then Hey, we got a stranger coming up. Hey, what's up, Ken?
Not much.
You taking a night off, eh?
Yeah, I guess.
So, how's it going over there?
Tired.
So, but so yeah, I so on that cedar tree, I just wrapped a chain around it. I was out mowing the grass. I got done mowing the grass. I wrapped a chain around it, drug it to the back of the property, and just pushed it off into the weeds at the very back of the property, which it's the neighbor's property, so they could have it. Pushed it off there and went back and mowed the little spot that it was laying in the yard. So yeah.
Did they quit running
Oh,
over,
cedars are beautiful.
quit running over your grass, Red? Driving the tractor all through your yard and all
Yeah, same neighbor.
that?
A matter of fact, I put it right in front of where they were running the tractor through to get they had piles of dirt at the back, very back of my property. And like I said, it's on their property, but so they had a nice place cleared out where they had dug a bunch of dirt out that was dumped there from when they dug the creek out. That's where they were getting their dirt for their fill. I took that thing and just pushed it right in front of it and figured, hey, if you want to come through my yard and get more of that dirt, you're gonna have to cut that son of a bitch up. So,
There you go.
I don't blame
They ever finished grade on that?
Nope. Next time I'm out and about and I see the neighbors out and about, I'm gonna get it with them and find out when they're coming back. So. Yeah, Major, you would do that, wouldn't you, buddy? So, but yeah, I have a very sneaky suspicion they're not going to come back, and what they graded was what they graded, and it's going to be done because it's not their property; it's my property, and so they don't care.
I hate trespassers. I hate people who trespass. I'm sorry, I can't stand them.
Well, I mean, they paid to have the creek cleaned out. They had the dirt piled up on their property at the back because their property is like an L shape. It goes behind mine, so
Yep.
right back there. They had all the dirt all piled up back there. It's not in my way. It's not in the yard that I mow, which is actually technically their yard. So I'm not bitching about that. The only thing I'm complaining about is they rough graded where they dug, run the track hoe and stuff down through, and then there's roots and rock and everything else sticking up through it. And they told me that when the people were done, they were going to rough grade it, but they'll be back to finish grade it later on once everything settles and everything else. Yeah, I'm not seeing them coming back. So yeah, it's like I said, I'm yeah, that's okay. I have access to skid steers and stuff. I'll if they don't get it this year, I'll get it next spring, and I'll get a bunch of those real tall grasses and plant it right all along the property line, all the way down along the creek. Because that's what their bitch was, is she couldn't see across the yard when the weeds got high on the mounds of dirt that were there from the last time that they dug it out.
You're evil, Ed.
Well, what I wanted to do is after they did it this time, I wanted to get some rocket junipers. The ones that grow like 30 feet high.
Yeah.
I wanted to get a bunch of those and plant along there. Yeah, the price on them things have rocketed. So, I'm not gonna buy 50 of those just to piss my neighbor off. But what I might end up doing, if I can,
back there.
no, I was gonna put a test track in for the pulling tractors.
Oh, there you go.
Build a simple simple, basic sled, something that, you can have a rider on to pull the brake, but, not a power back or anything like that, just a drag back. And set a few lights up, and we'll put a test track in, and, too hot to test during the day. We'll have to get out there on a weeknight and, do some testing.
You're bad.
Hey, the neighbor across the street can run his sounds like almost open exhaust side by side, at all hours of the day and night. So why can't I run my tractors?
There you go.
Yeah, we had at work the groundskeepers. They got some grasses. They get 10, 15 feet high if you don't keep them trimmed back. So I figured that would be good enough. I could plant that all the way down along there, and so. Hey, Tommy, how you doing, bud? So, but I don't know. We'll figure out something. Sure would have been nice to have a test track to put Bo's tractor on before we took it down to the tractor pools, and even if we're only running a couple 100 feet, we can still get some good data and good test polls in to get some stuff tuned in. So
Nothing wrong with that.
Yeah.
Well, and also at night that gives you the fireworks. You can see the fireworks running that alcohol and all that stuff.
Yeah, usually it's cooler. It's better for the engines, and the humidity's lower and stuff. So, yeah. But like I said yesterday, I was watching the radar. I was surely sure. I was almost positive we were going to get some storms. I don't even know that I got more than just a minute or so, a few drizzle rain. Not here.
We're going to get storms here too, I know.
15 minutes before the chat, before you started the stream, I didn't know whether I was going to do it or not. We had one of quickie pop-up jobs that it popped up and it rained hard for a couple minutes and then gone.
Hey, Roadrunner, how you doing, bud? Yeah, yesterday morning I was up at 4:00 and I'd started watching the radar and stuff, and there was a big line of thunderstorms and stuff coming, and I was like, hey, there ain't no sense in getting stuff ready because it's going to storm, and I went to the garage. It was humid. It was just bad all the way around, and then all of a sudden, like at 3:00 in the afternoon, pool weigh-in started at 4, pool started at 5. 3:30, 4:00, storms disappeared. There was still a tornado warning out till 8 p.m., but everything, it looked like everything was south of us, so that's where I was heading. So I'm like, I didn't even load up, but I guess they had a pretty decent turnout, so.
Yeah, hopefully I don't get drenched.
Hey, Briggs, Tommy wants to know if you're riding your tricycle.
I don't have a tricycle. I've got a 1957 Schwinn Phantom coaster brake with the 8-hanger handlebars.
So no, he's not riding a tricycle.
With full-length chrome fenders and her Springer front end.
And he's not riding as a recumbent because he's sitting
Nope.
up.
He still got the training wheels on it, though.
Here, I'll show you, Tommy. Here, I'll pull over and I'll show you what I'm riding. This thing's not your day, you stupid thing.
If it's got a Springer front end and all on it, Briggs, you're supposed to be you're supposed to be out there showboating it and show us how to do tricks and stuff.
No, this thing was my father's when he was a kid. There you go. 1957 Schwinn Phantom. With the old fashioned, it's got some modern gadgets. Here's a cell phone holder. Here's the original leather bag with Schwinn. I had to take off the reflector and put the blinky light on. White wall tires, coaster brake, old school with 8-hanger handlebars, nice big wide handlebars. There's what I'm riding.
It's actually a nice looking bike.
It was my dad's. He restored it back in the 90s, and it's I ain't getting rid of it. One guy told me today I should put a motor on it. I'm not ruining that bike. I mean, he spent a lot of money restoring that bike.
Right. Hi, Willie. Did you get your mulching done, Willie? So,
Put you back in the cell phone holder here.
but I actually made pickled eggs this week.
Let's just put it this way. You're not going to win a race with this thing. But it's not meant for that.
Yeah, it's a cruiser.
That's right.
So, but
I'll tell you what, it rides like your glass.
yeah, I got hungry for pickled eggs, so I stopped by the store and picked up a dozen eggs and picked up some pickled beets, and I made me some pickled eggs. I'm glad I live alone.
Hey, Scott. 473.
So, so yeah, this week I'm going to get back on monkey business. Hopefully get the steering taken care of. I still got to work out what I'm going to do about a brake. It's got to have working brakes. I think more than likely what I'm going to do is just put a handbrake on it so that there's working brakes. I can't design in my head how I'd put the linkage up like the Cubs had, where it's hooked into the clutch pedal. So yeah, we're probably just gonna put a handbrake on it, which ain't no big deal. Just an L-shaped bracket. Just lift up and pull the brake. So if you got time to hit the brakes that hard, when you're pulling, ain't no big deal. So
Well, you
yeah,
got that is, you don't need the brakes with it pulling a sled anyway, unless
Yeah.
you're going downhill.
exactly. Loading and unloading is basically the only time you use the brakes on them. Like I said, when things go wrong, they go wrong fast. And I've never seen anybody that has gotten in trouble been able to hit the brakes and save themselves. So,
No.
hi, Scott 473. You're a new one. Thank you for stopping in. So yeah, hopefully make some good progress on that. Like I said, I'm kind of getting the itch back to get it done and get it pulling this season, and then no
When's
more
the
and get
season
that.
off the end?
Usually mid to end of October, so I've got plenty of time.
Oh, yeah.
Awesome, Tommy. I've seen the folding bikes before. I don't know if it's the same brand or not, but thought they're pretty cool. Me myself, I don't pedal ass, so I don't have a pedal bike. I was actually looking at some of the like the adult size 3-wheel bicycles. I was looking at some of those, thinking about putting a gas motor on one of those.
You could ride this bike, Ed.
Oh, I'm sure I could. I mean, we've got mountain bikes at work that they're for the students to use. They lend them out. I've ridden them around the shop in the parking lot and stuff, but
You keep losing weight like you are, you'll have no problem.
Yep. Yeah, but I just thought it'd be a neat idea to put a gas motor. I mean, I know other people have done it, but you know, I've got a couple gas motors sitting around here. I think it's a 3 or 5 horse Briggs. I've got the homeless Honda, the 20 horse. We could put a 20 horse on.
Oh my God, a 20 horse on a bike, that'd be awesome.
I don't know if you'd be able to keep the front wheel on the ground.
No. But it'd be fun trying. I mean, you gotta admit, it'd be fun trying just once. You'd definitely have to wear a helmet for that.
Yeah, I could drive. If I did that, I could probably drive it back and forth to work.
Oh, yeah.
So,
Ken said he ain't ready to be changing no diaper yet, Ed. So, I mean,
yeah.
you don't need to be on something like that.
I was also like, the way my brain works, I was also kicking around the ideas of how to build a 3-wheeled bike, possibly a 4-wheeled bike, out of 2 bike frames.
There you go. Musty One did it. He made a trike-out one. But I can't remember if he put 2 motors on that or 1, but that thing was pretty fast.
Yeah, oh yeah, Tommy, a 2-stroke, yeah. 2-stroke would be nice, but I don't have any 2-strokes laying around. I've only got 4-stroke ones laying around. I think I've got a 5-horse, a couple 12 horses, that Honda, that V-twin Honda. But
I've always wanted to do that with a bike, but I ain't gonna do it with this one.
Oh no, I wouldn't do it any. Every year at move out time, well, even throughout the whole school year, there's abandoned bikes that are like missing parts and stuff like that all over campus, and they bring them back and they put them in the scrap pile and they sit there for weeks and months on end and nobody claims them and they end up going to the scrap. So I was just going to try to find a couple that match and start building something out of it, which would, I mean, it'd be cool the way I had it designed in my head, and it would hold the Honda. It would handle the Honda the way I was thinking about it. So, but
that makes more sense. But I actually thought about buying one of the electric bike conversions and changing the front wheel, because that's something I can easily put back to original if I wanted to.
Yeah, I was looking at that kind of stuff. Those are nice conversions.
Believe me, this thing's kind of heavy when you hit a hill.
Yeah, Tommy. I was looking at just a straight chain clutch drive through a jack shaft. That way I could gear it the way I wanted. If I was building a frame, I was actually thinking about figuring out how I could use the shifter on the mountain bike that has the multiple speeds. I would just have to figure out how to make both shifters shift exactly the same.
Come on.
Come
on.
To make it, we could make, no, Tommy. A couple years ago, they did have a project where they collected old bikes and bikes that people didn't want. They've got almost 200 of them, and the students volunteered, and they fixed and repaired and got them all going. If they needed painted, they would paint them with like rattle can, and they actually gave them away to underprivileged children and stuff. Like I said, they collected over 200 bikes. Well, gave away actually over 200 bikes, all shapes and sizes, from little toddler bikes clear up to They had a couple really nice mountain bikes that were donated. That's the whole thing. At Willie, and most of these bikes are the ones you buy at Walmart. The cheap mountain bikes. The kids come. They just want a bike to get around campus on. They go out there. They buy a cheap Walmart bike, put it together, and they either run the tires off of it or they don't lock it up and it gets borrowed. And they ended up, maybe they keep it for a couple years and decide they want a new one, so they just abandon it somewhere on campus. And we at the end of the school year, the kids are told, don't leave your bikes locked to the bike racks, for the summer. Take them with you. If not, make arrangements to have them put in storage or whatever. And they go around and they'll remove 8-10 bikes from all over campus that are locked up. And you can tell they've been there for months. So, but I could pick a couple of those bikes up for nothing. Just tell the guys, that remove them, say, hey, if you find a couple that match that, aren't all, destroyed, hook a brother up, but that's definitely a project for another time. I've got too much other stuff going on. I've got a side-by-side I got to get fixed
before winter.
Yeah, before winter. I want to finish monkey business this winter. I'm going to be hopefully building another pulling engine with a whole new tractor and everything. That's another reason I want to get monkey business done and off the lift, is so that I can put the new tractor frame on the lift and maybe at least start getting the rear end and everything built in it, and the front axle and everything put on it, steering. All right, Willie, we'll catch you all later. Thank you for stopping in. Appreciate it. But so monkey business took a little longer and a little more involved than what I was anticipating. So, but we'll get her done.
I'm getting old. These hills used to be easier. Yeah.
True, Tommy.
Tommy, we used to, back when I started there, if you provided the parts, we would put like inner tubes in and, tweak things and, adjust stuff for them and stuff like that. And then there was a local bike shop in town, close walking distance from campus. They would give discounted prices and stuff to students if they brought their bikes to them. But that bike shop has now closed. It was the last one in town. The gentleman that owned it, he actually retired like 10 years ago. And I think it was his son-in-law or somebody that was just coming in and helping out. And he would tinker here and there. He didn't really do too much, off the street work. It was just basically for your Mount Union students to stay busy. And he had a pretty decent thing going. And then start of last school year, they bought 6 bikes, and they're on a lease I don't want to say lease program, but you give your student ID up, and you can use the bike and ride. If you want to go across campus or go wherever, you can use it.
You reckon she's trying to give me hints?
Yeah. If you didn't bring the bike back, then you got charged for it because they had your ID. So, and you could leave it any place on campus. You just, when you went back to where you got it from, there was a certain place you had to give your ID. You had to tell them where the bike was at, and they would confirm that the bike was there and locked up. So,
Well, that would suck if if they sent you a bill for like $400 or $500 to buy a bike.
yeah, and they weren't the cheap Walmart bikes. They actually ordered them. I forget what brand they were, because I had to put tires on one because apparently nobody knows how to check tire pressure. We have bike stations on campus, 2 or 3 of them. They've got air compressors, they've got tools, everything, all cabled to the thing. Even a little thing you can put your bike up on, if you need to take the tire off, yeah, apparently somebody rode it, I don't know how far, on flat tires and destroyed the tires and the tubes. So I
Right
had
to ruin the rim.
it was close.
They can't even, people young as these days can't even put the chain back on themselves. So I mean,
Yeah. But yeah, then right at the end of this school year, they must have brought tools with them because there wasn't a bike station where they keep the bikes at. Somebody completely disassembled one, took the tires off it, took the handlebars off of it, took the seat off of it, pedals, everything. Everything was laying there, but they completely disassembled it. The front tire was still locked to the bike rack. And I told them that was a really bad way to lock them up. They should lock them to the frame, because all they got to do is unloosen the front tire and they can take the whole bike except for the front tire. But that's how they get locked up. So I didn't pay for them. Somebody else did. You can only lead a horse to water. You can't force his head underwater. So
That's true.
But yeah. Get one of the electric power assist pedal bikes, Renegade. I've seen some really nice ones out there. They do about 30 mile an hour. You can pedal them or run them on electric. That would be my style. You could pedal to get going and then just click it on and cruise along.
Renegade could ride a recumbent like I have. That thing is so easy. Those recumbents they're a blast.
The only thing that makes me nervous about a recumbent is if I get too relaxed and too mellow, I might fall asleep. I'd fall over. At least one they have you have to sit on a seat. I wouldn't get relaxed enough.
A long wheel. I would say if you were Renegade, get a long wheelbase recumbent. The one called Sun Easy Sport. They make a Sun Easy Sport. I got one. I got 2. You know me. I got more than one bike. I got more than one car, so I have to have more than one bike. But the Sun Easy Sport, it's 7 feet long, actually 9 feet long total with the wheels and all, and you can literally lay back and just cruise with it, and it's very easy. 29 gears with 3 speeds in the hub. Yeah.
Jeff, what are you doing, brother?
I just thought about what time it is. I figured I better come here before everybody forgets about me.
Why are you back in the hospital, man?
Something happened between my stomach and my intestines. We still have yet to figure it out, even though I've been in here since last week.
Man, I'm telling you. You kissing on them bad girls is what it is.
There ain't nothing here that you'd want.
No, it says no turn on red, lady. You might want to read the signs. It says no turn on red.
Look at Briggs, the traffic cop, huh?
Yeah, good, lady. Go run over a bike. Good job, Sherlock. You hit me. I hope you got insurance, lady. It's a crosswalk for a reason.
Jeez, I wish I was here. I definitely would aim right for him.
Good. And I hope you got good insurance. And I'll sit on my butt for the rest of my life and have you call me sir. When do you want dinner? You want a beer? Yes.
So
Does
we
he have
get
any
straight-
idea who he's even talking to right now?
that would get the hot tool in your food.
Hey, look, brother Ken's here.
I figured I had to come on. You weren't here, Jeff. Somebody had to take your spot.
Oh,
Yeah.
I'm sorry.
I can
He-
go.
he-
Fire
he-
me.
No,
He needs to grow his beard.
it's starting. I was shaved for about 3 days.
You two are definitely brothers.
How do you figure that?
They look alike. Come on. If Ken grew a beard like Ed, they'd look like twins. Uh-oh, here comes the fire truck.
Now Tommy wants Renegade to get a tandem bike so he could ride in the back and let his wife do all the pedaling in the front.
Hey, there you go. I like that idea.
I don't think that would go over well with Renegade's wife.
I don't
Yeah.
think that would even think about flying.
No, I think that would be a really bad idea.
Here comes the fire truck.
And I've tried to ride a tandem bike once, years and years ago. Unless you're in sync with that person in front of you, it is not fun.
I got a tandem bike too. And yes, you are 100% right. I got a 1969 Huffy Twosome.
Hey, Briggs, let me ask you one little quick question.
Oh, what's that, Ed? I mean, not Ed, Jeffrey.
What is it that you don't have?
I don't have a Porsche. I don't have a Corvette. I don't have a Lamborghini. I don't have a Jaguar.
He's a bike guy, man. He's got the recumbents. He's got I think he actually showed the tandem once on a video.
Yep.
But I
you
bet
did.
he still has the Barbie car, huh?
I know. I never owned a Barbie car, Ed. I mean, Jeff, what do they look like?
Hey, man, if I could afford it, I'd have all the crap too. People think I'm strange for having 9 tractors sitting around, but that's what I spend my money on.
You got 9? Boy, I'm jealous now. I'm way behind. I only got 2.
He probably
At
has.
least,
I mean, what's funny is Ed's probably got more money in those tractors, in one of those tractors, than I got in all my bikes.
No, most of the tractors and stuff were free, or I only paid a couple bucks for them.
Yeah, but not the motors. You built the motors.
Oh, yeah, the pulling tractor motors and stuff. Yeah, yeah.
I think I might have found a truck, Ed.
What'd you find, Jeff?
It's a late 60s, a little Lodestar 1600.
Nice.
What's wrong with the truck you got?
He wants an old school, man.
I want something I can
You want
work on,
old-
Briggs.
You can work on
I
what
don't
you
want
got.
something that's going to cost me $1,000 every time something breaks on it.
He wants an old school to haul the Power Kings around, man.
That's right. This one's supposed to have a little dump body on it. It looks like it's a 10 or 12 foot body. We're not sure.
Yeah.
He's going to go over tomorrow and check it out for me.
Yeah. Oop. Okay. Someone's have it. Yeah. Ambulance.
Yeah, Tommy, definitely check your health insurance and check your life insurance.
Yeah.
She may agree to get the tandem if the life insurance is paid up.
Hey, Ken, I got one quick question for you, brother. You're a welder, right?
My son is.
Oh, I always thought you were.
I can weld a little bit, but he went to school for welding.
Oh. I've been just trying, looking to try find one of them old Lincoln Ranger 9 welders.
What do you want? An
Steve-
old Lincoln stick welder?
Yeah.
Come get one. I got one. $300. Come and get it.
What kind of stick welder, Briggs?
A Lincoln stick welder from 1965.
One of the tombstone style.
Yep, the one that looks like a big tombstone. You got it.
That's not what I want.
He wants one of the gas powered Rangers.
Oh, okay.
I can't believe how much the prices jumped on them since I bought that 250. Holy Christ, prices are almost double.
Oh yeah. Yep. Yeah. I was cruising through some auction sites, and they were the newer style ones. I went back and checked what they sold for at the auction, and I mean there was like a dozen of them. You could almost buy. I mean, these things were 10 years old, probably. You could almost buy a brand new one for what they were wanting for that, the 10-year-old ones. And half of them, they didn't say if they ran or worked. So, yeah.
I've been
Renegade.
looking, cause I'd like to get the Ranger 9, or I'd like to get the Lincoln Bobcat. Or not the Bobcat, the Trailblazer.
Yeah. I just seen somebody had a video on them. They were going through some of the older style, and they actually said to stay away from the Wildcats, or the Trailblazer, or whatever the Lincoln one is. Go try to stay with the the Lincoln ones. So.
Well, Lincoln's are the Rangers, and Miller's got the Bobcats. They got the Trailblazers. The Trailblazer, from what I always understood, was supposed to be the better, like, all-round welding machine. The Bobcat was actually for like a quick contractor to do a little welding, but mostly generator stuff.
Well, that's what they were saying. That's what they were saying. The Lincoln or the Miller welds better, or however it was.
Right.
It was the engines on them. The engines were not reliable. They used a lot of fuel and stuff. One had for overall welding and generating and power wise, they were saying to go with the Miller.
Boy, that's screwed up.
Well, back then they all used the Onins, the P20s or the P18s. I forget which one it is.
Yeah.
I just got here to the park. Some little girl was ran over by a car, and then the woman backed up on her again. A 10-year-old girl. They're loading her in an ambulance right now.
Well, that's not good.
And she was on the phone.
But the bad part about the Onins is parts for them are still available.
Just gotta find them.
You got to find them. You can get them through Cummins because Cummins owns them now, but you also pay the price of Cummins.
Oh yeah.
So, but all right, y'all. We are coming up on the hour. Appreciate y'all
Hey,
hanging
wait a
out.
minute. Now I only been here for 5 minutes. We can't shut it off already.
Yes, we can.
Yeah, we can. We got things to take care of yet this evening. I gotta go close the garage down because it's nice having the grill out over the overhang of the garage, but it fills with smoke and stuff when you're cooking. Makes the garage smell great for a week, but I got to air it out, so I left the doors and stuff open. And
in other words, what you're saying is when you go out there, it'll make you hungry.
Yeah, exactly.
Coat on to go out now. It's chilly out.
Oh, it'll be nice.
62 degrees.
Oh well. Anyways,
I got-
I'll see you next week then.
All right, Jeff. Feel better, Jeff.
Yeah, I hope so.
But I had the fans and stuff running to get the smoke out of it. So, but yeah, appreciate y'all coming in and hanging out. And we're gonna end this and catch you all on the next one.
Okie doke.